This is Felicia LoAlbo-Melendez. Police say she took her own life in a bathroom at her middle school in Mount Holly. She was only 11 years old, and her mom says she was being bullied at school. Felicia's mom, Elaina LoAlbo, says both she and Felicia had made the school aware of the bullying, but says the school ignored their cries for help.
Staff members were aware, administration was aware. I had gone to the school. Felicia had written emails. That year in particular, several emails were made. I had gone into the school. Her class was supposed to be switched. None of that ever happened. I spoke to parents in reference to it. Nothing ever stopped.
I've spoken to countless parents across the state who tell me they're just as frustrated as this mom. Many of them say part of the issue is that what schools consider a reportable bullying offense under New Jersey's harassment, intimidation, and bullying law is open to some interpretation. So while bullied students and their parents can report incidents, school officials may not deem those incidents as bullying. Now Elaina says she hopes to honor her daughter's life by continuing to fight for other bullied kids.
Her message will live on. I promise her that. I promise these kids that. It was just so beautiful and smart and tenacious, and I could speak for days on, as anybody who met her could. She just had a glow about her. From the time that she was born, she just brought joy to everyone. By the time Felicia got into kindergarten, she skipped into first grade. She was already reading young children chapter books, if you want to call it that. Kids were going apple in school, and she was reading her books. That's who Felicia was. She may have been little. We called her little. That was my little B, my little sister, my little. But the kids didn't really understand her because she was just smarter than them. And I hate to say that. I mean, she did meet children who were exceptional like her, but she was exceptional. You can hear that in the voice message. That's why you're here, right? On February 6th, they found my daughter at Holbein School in Mount Holly. My exceptional leader Felicia started school and was instantly picked on. And we're talking kindergarten. We're talking first grade. We're talking in New Egypt schools, because she believed she was golden and wanted to use the golden crayon, and her classmate got jealous and told her she was brown and had to use the brown crayon. And of course the teacher intervened and told Felicia that she had to use the brown crayon and gave her a detention for being obstinate. Yeah, we fought that. We definitely fought that. We were not going to deal with that baloney. That was the beginning of our fight. So when my life partner and I decided that we were going to live in separate homes 5 years ago, I moved to Mount Holly because I knew that I wanted to change schools for her. I didn't want her to have to continue dealing with the racial, to be quite frank, bullshit that she was dealing with here. We moved to Mount Holly, and she made her friends. She made her friend group. She's always been a vivacious little girl. She can talk to absolutely anybody. We call her the mayor. But the bullying started pretty quickly because, again, she was smaller than most other children, and she was absolutely younger than the other children. And then COVID happened, where social developmentally she should have been catching up with those children. She was stunted just like all of our kids because they were stuck at home. We tried. We did the best that we could, giving her social interactions. But like us all, It was difficult being locked away. The power of social media did help. Felicia went back into Holbein School, and it started pretty quickly. But like I'd said before, we were always advocates for ourselves. We believed in being kind to others and understanding that and they're just taking it out on you, and to love them through it and to show them that love. And I think that made people not understand her even more, because you could literally shit on her and she would be like, not even going to waste my time with you, and keep it moving. Eventually, we had to teach her that she had to stand up and use her voice. And she did. She was an amazing, amazing, amazing writer. And she would email her counselors and her teachers. She even emailed her principal. That was more along the lines of starting clubs. That the trauma club and D&D. Even though she didn't play D&D at the time, she had saw that there were a bunch of kids kind of like her at the high school that were in this club that accepted her with open arms, because I did security there and they loved her. And she would come into the school after school and walk around with her brother sometimes, or me, before going home and starting her homework. And she just felt like it would be a good place at Holbein for the kids. I don't think Principal Finn never did anything with D&D Club. I think it was just another thing that was ignored willfully, just like the Trauma Club. If you search me, you will find the email that she wrote to Principal Finn wanting to start a trauma club in her school. Because again, this is the type of kid that Felicia is. She saw that she was experiencing a lot in and out of school and wanted to take her pain and help other people. She said she knew that there were other kids that were going through things similar and wanted to give them a safe place. It's just who my child was. It's who we taught her to be. She advocated for herself to switch classes, and that was supposed to happen because of the bullying. Because the child that had been bullying her the year prior continued that September. And when I called the parents because the school wasn't doing anything, the child then retaliated in school and got all of the other children to go against her. And that's where it got worse. And I tried to go to the school, and I did go to the school, but she hated when I went to the school because it would only make things worse. And I called parents, and they took no accountability. So all you people who say that I didn't do anything or I didn't do enough, you don't know me. And until the day that you've walked in my shoes, your opinion really doesn't matter. So I've told you a lot about my life, right? That's because I'm so free to talk about it, because the internet holds everything. That's something that these kids, and even you guys, you adults, just don't seem to understand. Your words stick. Now, my daughter wasn't bullied on the internet. We really limited her social media, even her gaming, because we saw the dangers on there. We experienced the dangers on there. We did catch people trying to take advantage of her. We stayed on top of what she was doing. And again, if you know me, I've been pretty freaking open about these things. So those that don't, your judgments really mean nothing. I say all this because your words stick. And this is the lessons that these kids need to learn. They need to understand. We need to talk about what's happening to these babies. We had 3,600 children under the age of 17 commit suicide due to bullying in 2017. I unfortunately was not able to find the statistics for more recent years. I did find that it was rising, but the numbers that I always found were inconsistent. But that number struck me. That's 1 every 5 minutes, guys. 1 every 5 minute child under the age of 17 is committing suicide. What the hell is wrong out there in society? This should not be happening. And the overwhelming cause is because of bullying. I went off on a tangent. So I'm going to teach you a little bit more about my daughter because I told you I want to clear up some inaccuracies. My daughter is a part of the RAC in her school. That's the Random Acts of Kindness. She was also a part of the Pride community within the school. Felicia considered herself unlabeled. She believed that love is love and people are people, and loved and accepted everyone. This was truly the message that My Happy Hope spread. It's the message that she lived by. It's the message that we as a family live by: open acceptance until given reason not to. She was a part of chorus and theater and band. She loved music and theater. You could always catch her performing any family party, anything to make you feel good, tell a joke, sing a song, tap a dance. She was also classroom representative. And again, if you have searched for me at all or Felicia's videos, I'm sure you came across her petition. She had to take a video and submit it. My God, I could not have been more proud watching her do that. And that was completely written by her too. Unbelievable, this kid. She also took Krav Maga, mobile Krav Maga, over in, I think that's Hainesport or Lumberton. Gotta love him, Master Dennis, big shout out. That man has changed so many children's lives, so many adults too. He truly is an inspiration. Every person that I met in that school just truly welcomed us with open arms, and to see them come out when we had Felicia's celebration and the things that these other children who were there just like her said about her, the way that she included them and accepted them and helped them, and it's just who she is. You're going to hear me say is and was a lot because I struggle with that. She is because her voice is still being heard, and with us, her voice is going to continue to be heard. I am going to continue to be her voice, and I pray that all of you continue to be her voice too. Keep sharing her messages. By the way, that voicemail, the one that kicked this all off, thank you, Midnight 123. Seriously, in some ways, you are absolutely my angel. I thought I had lost my voice. That metaphorical black tape, man, being told to keep quiet by your police department and lawyer really fucks you up, man. But Midnight 123 ripped off that black tape, y'all. So I'm here because changes need to be made. These schools need to be held accountable. Almost 8 months later, and nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. I'm getting emails daily, more than one, about children in our township being bullied. I'm being emailed around the world of these horrific stories. Because bullying is this pervasive issue that's just not in our town and not in our school. It is truly worldwide. But to hear that so many children in my school have been pulled because nothing has happened, that they just let my daughter die in that fucking bathroom and they didn't do anything. They place stickers in their window, no place for hate, but you make no changes. Nothing. Well, it's time for some changes, guys. These schools, they have HIB policies, right? And we all know that these HIB policies don't mean jack. They aren't even being audited by anybody. They're writing 0 in there. How does a kid die in your school and you have no HIB policy, HIB infractions? Oh, I start shaking so bad, I get so angry. There needs to be an organization that goes into all of our schools and audits these schools. And that is one of my propositions. That is the law that I am looking forward to pass. So I need your help. I need your help, y'all. Somebody called it the LoAlbo law. I'm not sure if I'm settled on that, but laws need to be put in place. Procedures need to be put in place to be able to audit these schools because we all know that they're lying. We all have examples of this. Flood my inbox of your examples. I want to hear all of your bullying stories and what you did and how the school did nothing. Call these schools out. I have another challenge for you guys. I want anybody that knew Felicia to send me a video of how you would describe her. A few words, a sentence, a paragraph, a fucking dialogue, I don't care. Send me how you would describe Felicia Amel. I want to hear it. I want the world to hear it. I would like to put together a video describing her, memorializing who she is, and getting the voice out to others. If anybody has any editing skills for this video, I would be appreciative because I don't know how to do that stuff quite yet. This whole TikTok thing, I'm learning. Y'all are commenting. I'm not even looking at my screen. I'll go through all that later. Hopefully somebody is recording. Nervous as heck, y'all. Trying to picture you naked, but I don't even know who's here. So, you know, use humor to deal with the stress, cope with it all. So this is all I have for you right now, because everybody's asking who did it. Everybody's asking who the bullies are. And I can't give those names because we do have an open case, and y'all know who you are. I know you and your parents are going to be watching this. This will be my first of many. I will figure out what the heck I'm going to say next time to expand on more of what I want to say. I'm going to close in saying my heart goes out to all the other kids that are experiencing this. Mamas, my mom, stay strong. Fathers, stay strong. Keep reporting it. Keep telling your child how much they're worth it. Put them into some kind of martial art. Teach them self-love. Get them into therapy. Lord knows that helped Felicia. Keep advocating for yourself, for your child, for your community members. If you see something, say something. Put it in writing. I thank God she put so many of those incidents in writing to the school. They know exactly what they did. The evidence is all there. And no, I'm not going to share that because, again, there's a case. My heart goes out to you all. I wish no other parent knew what this felt like. I hope no parent ever learns what this feels like. And with your help, I'm here to make changes. I'm ready. I'm done with my silence. These schools need to be held accountable. These parents need to be held accountable. Laws need to be passed to hold these parents accountable. If you can be fined for your kid not going to school, why aren't you having discussions when a kid is being bullied? Why isn't there legislation that says if there's a certain kind of bullying happening to your child, if your child is involved in any way, you have to come into school and take some type of accountability? Maybe if the parents took some type of accountability, they would take their child accountable for their actions. You know, they are supposed to be leading. They are supposed to be parenting. Maybe if we got the parent involved, they're just children until they're 18. So many things need to change, but I will expand on that next time after I learn how to use this TikTok. Should have done this in my car, been a real TikToker. Instead, I gave you my family. Meet my beautiful family. Brother Brian, and you guys, of course, know Jarrett and Felicia. My world, my graduate. Go Ja, go Rowan. I don't know how long I've been blabbing, but I'm going to get off. Thank you all. Thank you all for following. Oh, it tells me my video ends. Oh, that says my vote ends. Thank you for the hearts. I love you and your family too. I love you too, Mel. Mel has been my Melvin Rhett. Hey, buddy, you have been my TikTok influencer. Thank you for giving me the strength and courage to do this. You are amazing, amazing. Oh, thank you, Lewis. I appreciate you. I still can't believe we have not gotten to do our lunch date. You are an amazing, amazing man doing so much for Mount Holly. Seriously, you go into all of our board meetings and record them, and I know for myself I was not capable of going in there and acting civilized when this all happened, to be able to see what they were saying, which they really said nothing. They never really even addressed this. Nothing. People, come on, wake up. Again, all of this is posted. You can go and watch it. This school has literally swept this under the rug. I get so mad. I'm afraid I'm going to rip Ellie's head off when I get mad, so I keep putting her down. Maybe I need to hold my baby. So I made these bracelets, Felicia's fingerprints, and on the back it says, "Strong people stand up for themselves, but the strongest people stand up for others." Felicia's fingerprints. This is what we stand for, y'all. Felicia's fingerprints. Thank you guys so much for coming. I'm done rambling because I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I don't even know how to end this.